shop. House of Horrors.
All right. So today we're on, let me find it, lesson 31, equations with parentheses. So all we're doing is just adding another step to solving. So the first example says 2 times 3 minus b equals b minus 5. So we're going to distribute this 2. So 2 times 3 is 6, minus 2 times b is 2b. And now it's not any different than the ones that we've been doing in the past. So remember, we want to try to keep the variable positive. So I would add 2b to both sides. So that'll be 6 equals b plus 2b is 3b minus 5. And then add 5 to both sides. So that's 3b is equal to 11. And then the last thing we do is divide by 3. So b is equal to 11 over 3. So it just added one more step. We have to get rid of the parentheses first. So the next one is 3 times 1 plus 2x plus 7 is equal to negative 4 times x plus 2. So the difference between that one and the one we just did is that this is a negative number that has to be distributed. So don't forget, it's negative 4 times x and negative 4 times positive 2. So that'll be negative 4x minus 8. Okay, the big mistake is right here. People always put plus 8, but it's negative 4 times positive 2, so that's a negative 8. Then over here, we distribute the 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus 3 times 2x is 6x, and then plus the 7. All right, so now we're going to add like terms on the left side. So what do we get when we add like terms? We have the 3 and the 7 gives us 10, plus 6x equals negative 4x minus 8. Now, which way would you move? And there isn't a wrong way, but if we want to try to keep the variable positive, we should add 4x to both sides. So there it cancels. We have 10 plus 6 plus 4 is 10x is equal to negative 8. Okay, so now we subtract 10 from both sides, and we get 10x is equal to negative 18. And so then we divide both sides by what? In case you're ever confused, remember you want that x to be by itself, so we have to divide by what's in front of the x. And then negative 18 over 10 reduces to negative 9 over 5. So there again, it's just adding another step to solving that equation. Okay, down at the bottom of the page, we have 15 parentheses 4 minus 5x parentheses equals 16 parentheses 4 minus 6x and then plus 10. Okay, so distribute the 15 and distribute the 16. So 4 times 15 is 60, minus 5 times 15, 75x, equals 16 times 4, 64, minus 16 times 6, 96. So there's nothing to combine on the left side. We're good there. But on the right side, we have 64 plus 10. So we bring the 60 minus 75x down. And we add 64 plus 10, which is 74 minus 96x. Okay, so now which way do you think we should go? Do we add 75x or do we add 96x? Well, 96 is bigger than 75, so we're going to add 96x. So it goes away there, and we have 60 plus 21x equals 74. And then we need to get rid of the 60, so subtract 60. 21x is equal to 14. And then we divide by which one? Be real careful, because it's always easier to think that you're going to divide by the smaller number, but we're not in this case because the 21 is in front of the x. So we want x by itself, which means we have to divide by 21. And that reduces, so that would be x is equal to, 7 goes into both of them. So x is equal to 2/3. Okay. All right, the next one. Just a little bit more complicated. Bless you. 12 minus. Now, what does that minus in front of the parentheses do? This negative right here gets distributed, so that means it's going to change the signs of both of those, right? So this will become 12 minus 2x and minus 3. And if it's a positive in front of a parentheses, it doesn't change anything. It just comes out of the parentheses the way it is. Okay, now over here we have 12 minus 3, and over here we have minus 2 minus 3. So 12 minus 3 gives us 9 minus 2x equals, minus 2 and minus 3 is minus 5. They're both negatives. Remember, you add and keep the sign. Okay, so now we want to keep the variable positive if we can. So we're going to add 2x here and 2x here. So 9 is equal to minus 5 plus 3x. And then get rid of the negative 5, so add 5 to both sides. I guess they really like to have fraction answers today. Unless I did something wrong. Obviously I did. 12 minus 2x minus 3, that's 9. Minus 2 plus x minus 3. Plus x. 3x. Did I copy the problem wrong? 12 minus... Oh, I did. Well, we'll just leave it this way. This was supposed to be a 5, and I wrote it down as a 3, so... It's alright. Divide both sides by 3. So in this case, x would be 14 over 3, but it should have been a 5, which means this would be a negative 5 here. And 12 minus 5 would have been 7. We would have subtracted 7. This would have been 12 instead of 14. So it's alright. I copied the problem wrong, so this is the correct answer for this problem. Alright, last one. We have a minus in front of the parentheses, minus 4y minus 17, and then plus a negative y equals 2y minus 1 minus a minus y. So this negative is going to change the signs of both of these. So that's going to become minus 4y plus 17.
There's no, that's a letter.
It's a letter. Plus times negative is minus y. And over here, there's nothing in front of this, so it just comes out the same. And then negative times negative is positive y. All right, so add like terms on both sides. There's a y and a y, a y and a y. So negative 4y minus 1y is minus 5y plus 17 equals 2y plus 1y is 3y minus 1.
Minus 4 is...
All right, so which way do you want to go with that one? Do we want to add 5y or subtract 3y?
Number 2 is 16.
I would add 5y because that way they'll stay positive. So that's 17 is equal to 8y minus 1. Man. And then add 1 to both sides. So 18 is equal to 8y. Let's see something real quick. Minus 4y plus 17 minus y. 2y minus 1 plus y. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't mess up. Okay. So then we divide both sides by 8. And we reduce 18 over 8, so y would be equal to 9 over 4. All right, you guys have a great weekend.